Hey guys, and welcome to ZRZ. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to upgrade your PlayStation 4 controller thumbsticks from this to this. So you may have seen one of my previous videos where I showed you guys how to install standard Xbox One thumbsticks to your DualShock 4 controller, which is a very simple and easy mod to do. So if you haven't checked out that video already, feel free to check it out right here. This video is sort of a step up from that tutorial because instead of putting standard Xbox One thumbsticks on our PlayStation 4 controller, we're going to be putting thumbsticks from the Xbox One Elite controller to our PS4 controller, which gives you removable thumbstick tips with different heights with them as well, so you can get more accuracy. They have a nice metal housing with magnets in them to interchange these tips. It's amazing. It's a really great mod. So let's get into it and show you guys how you can do it to your own controller. So the first thing you want to do is get your ass on eBay and search for Xbox One Elite controller replacement analog sticks or something along those lines, and you should find the replacement kit that we need in order to do this upgrade. If not, there's a link in the description to the exact item that I ordered, so you shouldn't have any problems there. They are from Hong Kong, so it might take a couple of weeks for it to arrive, but when it does, it's definitely worth it. So when the package eventually arrives, you should receive a black zip-up pouch which includes everything you need in there in order to do this upgrade for your controller. In the pouch there should be a screwdriver, 3 pairs of interchangeable thumbstick tips. There's also the interchangeable D-pad, but that's useless for the PS4 controller because it doesn't really fit. And then finally we would have the 2 analog stick base with the magnets in there. That's going to be what we're going to install into the PS4 controller itself. So this is the main thing you want to make sure you have included in your replacement kit. So the first thing you want to do is use the screwdriver to unscrew the 4 screws at the back of the DualShock 4 controller. Once you got them off, you can pry up the 2 halves of the controller using the handles at the back of the DualShock 4 controller. It might be a little bit tough at first, but once you get it unclipped, you should be able to flip the 2 halves over, but make sure you don't pull on it too much because there is a connector for the light bar which you need to disconnect before you can completely separate the 2 halves. Once you got the back piece off, you can move it to the side and you'll be left with the front and the internals of the DualShock 4 controller. Now you can flip over the battery, you don't have to disconnect it, and there should be a screw in the middle of the motherboard. You want to unscrew that, but make sure you don't pull out the motherboard just yet because you want to make sure you disconnect the connector for the touchpad because this can get damaged if you put too much tension on it. So remove that and then you should be able to lift the entire internals of the DualShock 4 controllers up and away from the front part of the casing. So once you got the internals of the controller apart, you should be able to flip it over and access the analog sticks themselves. And if you just pull on them, they will just pop out quite easily. And the same goes for when you want to reinstall them. So just grab the Xbox One Elite analog sticks and pop them into place. It fits in just the same way. It's quite nice snug fit, so you should know they're secure in there. If they're sticking up too high, you haven't installed them the right way, so make sure you've turned them the right way and they sit nice and low onto the motherboard. And now you're ready to put the controller back together, everything in reverse order. Just make sure you reconnect the touchpad, put that screw back in behind the battery, and then reconnect the light bar connector, put the casing back together, 4 screws at the back, and that's it. Job's a good one, you're done. So once you've got your controller back together, just give the thumbsticks a quick test to make sure they're not getting jammed or grinding or anything. If they are, just open up your controller back and make sure you've installed them properly because they shouldn't be getting jammed or grinding against the edge of your controller. And there you have it. You have successfully upgraded your PlayStation 4 controller with the Xbox One Elite controller thumbsticks. It's a great mod. It looks so much better in my opinion. The metal housing and the chrome tips just look great, and I also prefer the grip of the Xbox One thumbsticks, and they usually seem to last a lot longer than the PS4 ones as well. Just the fact that you can replace the tips and put a taller one or a shorter one. Usually the taller ones put on the right analog stick, so when you're playing first person shooters you get that extra bit of leverage for more accuracy, and it definitely works well and it looks way better than just putting an ugly control freak attachment onto your controller. This just looks way more quality and nice and sleek, and to be honest, me along with probably a lot of PS4 gamers out there, I'm quite jealous of the Xbox One Elite controller, and especially the fact that they could do this. I mean, I just love that. and it's magnetic as well. I haven't had any problems with the thumbsticks falling out or anything like that. The only thing is they do have an extra bit of weight to them, so it does get a little bit of getting used to the extra weight. But once you get used to it, it feels great and nice and quality. So definitely a great upgrade for your controller. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you guys are going to do this upgrade, I'd like to know. And if you do, send me some pictures on ZRZ Tweet. That's my Twitter page. There's a link right here and in the description. I'd like to see if you guys actually go ahead with this mod. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.